Good morning, my dear students. How are you today? I hope that you are feeling good. Today, inshallah, is our first lecture in the part of Oxford English for Nursing. And as you know that this part is at the beginning of our syllabus book, so please will you open the book on the first unit, and our first unit for today is entitled Pain. And pain in Arabic means al-alam. So we are going to deal today with everything which is related to pain. We are going to talk about how can we express pain, how can we ask about pain, how can we assess pain, and all the expressions which we need to know about pain. Inshallah is going to be included in today's unit. So please open your book and follow me. Let's move on. Okay, in this part, which is actually taken from Oxford English for Nursing, before starting any unit, we are going to see the map of the unit. As you can see, there is a schedule here. This schedule actually clarifies everything about the unit, clarifies the main objectives which this unit actually targets. So let's check the first column from your left hand. We are going to learn about locating and describing pain. After that, we are going to learn more about pain assessment, and the word assessment means taqyim. Okay. Number 3, we are going to learn about the successful communication, how to communicate successfully with a patient or with one of your colleagues, another nurse, I mean. And after that, we are going to talk about pain relief. In the second column from the left, we are going to learn what are the objectives of this unit which we need to achieve on the level of the functional English. And the word functional English means how to use English in your career, how to make use of English expressions in order to communicate better in the career of nursing. So first of all, we are going to describe the location of pain. We are going to learn how to describe the location of pain. Number 2, assessing pain. Number 3, some communication skills about how to deal in a friendly way with your patient. And the last one, how to give an advice to your patient. In the third column, here are the main objectives which we have to achieve on the level of English grammar or English structure. First of all, we are going to learn more about comparative and superlative adjectives, الدرجة الثانية والثالثة من الادjectives. Also, we are going to revise or to learn more about the usage of some adjective phrases like it's a tingling sensation, tingling sensations, how to use some words together in order to give the right meaning or the right message. Okay, also we are going to revise some WH question words like what, where, when, and how can we use these WH question words in dialogues or in conversations about pain. After that, we are going to learn more about the patient-friendly intonation, how to just take care of your intonation while you are talking to your patient in order just to send a friendly vibes to your patient. The last point is that we are going to learn more about using do and do not in while talking about pain. In the last column, we are going to know more about the parts of the body and common medical problems. Also expressions for the intensity of pain. Intensity means تركيز أو شدة الألم. Also about secondary effects of pain. Okay, as you know that any pain in the human body may have primary effects and secondary effects on other parts of the body. We are going to learn more about this. Also, some complementary and alternative medicines. How to talk about these kinds of medicine. Complementary means مكملات العلاج والalternative البدائل. Okay, so this is the map of the unit. Before starting any unit, inshallah, in this part, I want you to check the map of the unit before everything, because when you check the map, you are going to be on track. You are going to know what is the main steps which we are going to follow, what are the main points which we are going to cover, and it's some kind like a summary. If you want to revise the main topics which actually this unit targets. So let's start our unit for today. Unit 1 about pain. Okay, when you open unit 1 about pain, at the right side of the page, you're going to find here some objectives or sub-objectives of the unit. Number 1 says locate and describe pain, to learn how to locate and describe pain. Number 2, how to assess pain. Number 3, how to communicate successfully with patients or with your colleagues, other nurses. Number 4, how to talk about pain relief. Okay. Exercise number 1 is about locating and describing pain. This exercise is going to concentrate on some vocab. Those vocab are very important to know before starting talking about pain. You have to know the name of these vocab or the name of the parts of the human body in order to be able to describe pain and describe the location of pain. So exercise number 1 says label the pain map using the words in the box. Okay, so let's read together the words in the box, and then we are going to match each word or each part of the human body with its name. So we have ankle, arm, back, buttock, chest, face, foot, hand, head, hip, knee, leg, neck, shoulder, stomach. Okay, so let's try to match each part of the human body with its name or its right name. Before starting the matching, I want you to realize that the shape on your left hand represents the human body from the front, but the shape on your right hand represents the human body from the back. Okay, and this is very important. This is very important note you have to get. So number 1, what do you think number 1 refers to? Yes, that's right. It's head. Thank you so much. Number 2 is face. Very good. Number 3 is neck. Thank you so much. Number 4 is shoulder. Thank you. Number 5 is chest. Chest. It's not chest, no. The CH at the beginning of any English word should be pronounced as ich, sound. Okay, so we say chest, chest. Okay, number 6 is, yes, that's right, stomach. Number 7 is hip. Thank you so much, because this is the front of the human body. Okay, number 8 represents arm. Thank you so much. Number 9, hand. Thank you. 10, leg. Very good. 11, knee. Thank you so much. 12, foot. Thank you so much. 13, ankle. Thank you. الكاحل. Number 14, back. Okay, as you can see that this person is standing with its pack. Okay, so we are seeing it's his pack, his or her pack. Okay, and number 15 refers to the buttock. Okay, that's all about this exercise. We have to know very well the name of each part of the human body in order to be able to locate pain and to just use these names in our conversations or our upcoming conversations about pain. So let's move on. Okay, this is exercise number 2, and here in this exercise wants you to learn how to talk about pain in different ways. Okay, so in this schedule, as you can see, this schedule is classified into verb, noun, and adjective. So we are going to use some words. Those words actually talk about different kinds of pain, but sometimes we are going to use those expressions or these expressions in the form of verb as a verb. Other times we are going to use these expressions in the form of a noun, and other times we are going to use them in the form of an adjective. Okay, let's take the word hurts. Hurts. Hurts is a verb which express or means something related to pain. We have also aches, aches. So we have hurts and aches. Those are verbs which we can use in order to express pain. So let's move to the next column. We have headache and we have the word pain. So headache and pain are nouns and they are also used in order to express pain. In the last column, we have the words painful and sore. Painful and sore are adjectives. And we can use also these words in order to express pain. So we are not limited with just one way to express pain. No, we can use some verbs, we can use some nouns, we can use other adjectives in order to express pain. So let's move to exercise number 2, where we are going to apply what we have already learned in this schedule. Exercise number 2 says, write sentences from 1 to 6 so they have the same meaning, but use different words from the table number 1. So we have here 6 sentences, okay? Those 6 sentences are talking about pain or describing pain in some way or another. We are going to search for the words which express pain in these 6 sentences. And after that, if these words which express pain is in the verb form, we can just transform it to the noun form, and if it's in the noun form, we can transform it into the adjective form, just trying to practice the different types or the different ways of talking about pain or expressing pain. In number 1, let's start with number 1. Number 1, I have got a terribly sore throat and I think I have got a temperature. Okay, so where are the words in this sentence which express pain? Yes, you are right. We have here sore. Sore is one of the verbs or adjectives. It can be used in 2 ways which express pain. So I have got a terribly sore throat. It can be used in another way by which we can put sore in a sentence but as a verb. So we can say, my throat sores. My throat sores. Here I have transformed the word sore, which was actually an adjective in the original sentence, into a verb in the transformed sentence. Okay. Let's move to number 2. I hurt my ankle this morning. Running up the stairs, it's still very painful. Okay, where are the words in this sentence which express pain? Okay, we have here hurt and we have here painful. Okay, I hurt my ankle. We can say my ankle hurts. So I have transformed the word hurt from a verb into another verb, okay, or another form of verbs, okay. And for the word painful, I can say I have a pain in my ankle, okay. Let's move to number 3. Have you got a headache? You don't look very well. Okay, how can we say it? We can say, do your head aches? Do your head aches? Okay, so we have just separated the word head from the word ache, and the word ache is used here as a verb, okay? Let's move to number 4. Ah, poor thing, her gums really hurt. Her teeth are coming through. Okay, so where are the words which express pain in this sentence? We have the word hurt. So we can say, she has got a pain in her gums. For example, she has got a pain in her gums. Okay. Number 5, she has got a stomach ache. I don't think that chicken was properly cooked. She has got a stomach ache. So we have the word ache. ممكن نقول he has got, I'm so sorry, he has got stomach ache. We can say his stomach aches. His stomach aches. And here we have changed the word ache from a noun into a verb. Number 6, I have got a pain in my lower back. It's really aching. It's from carrying my computer. Okay, where are the words which express pain here? We have pain and we have aching. Okay, so we can say, my back aches. My back aches. Okay, exercise number 3 is your assignment. It is your first assignment for today. Write at least one sentence for each red arrow in exercise number 1 to answer the question, how do you feel? So I want you to make a short conversation between a nurse and a patient. The nurse is going to ask the patient, how do you feel? And the patient is going to answer you according to the red arrows in the previous slide. Just go back to the previous slide and see where the red arrows refer to, or to which part of the human body exactly the red arrow refer to. So please, this is your first assignment for today, and I'm going to wait for your conversations on our WhatsApp group. So let's move on. Okay, so now we are going to move to some listening exercises. And I want you to notice that once you see this word at the beginning of any exercises in this part of Oxford English for Nursing, I want you to realize that these exercises are not going to be answered without reading the audio script or without listening to some conversations. And these conversations have or include the keys by which we can answer these exercises. So the exercise 4, 5, and 6 can be answered only after listening to some conversations which actually are included in the audio script of this unit, and you have a copy of the audio script on our WhatsApp group. So please, you have to check it before starting answering these 3 exercises. And I want you also to note this figure, this CD figure, when you see the shape of CD, you have to realize that this part cannot be answered without listening to some conversations which include all the answers to these exercises. So now we are going to listen to some conversations, and according to those conversations, we are going to answer 4, 5, and 6. For the conversations of this part, I'm going to read it for you and then start answering the questions. Okay, so we have here 3 conversations with 3 different patients. We have James. So the first conversation is going to be between James and a nurse, and the second one is going to be Godfrey and a nurse, and the third one is going to be between Elma and a nurse. Let's read the first one together. I want you to listen to me carefully. Between James and a nurse. Nurse, so where do you feel the pain, James? James, my stomach, my chest. It's a really sharp pain that comes suddenly and is very strong. Nurse, okay. Can you point to where it hurts? James, yeah, it's here. I see. So just there between your chest and your stomach? It sounds like indigestion. But let's see. Okay, so this is the first conversation. Let's move to the second one between Godfrey and a nurse. Nurse, so Godfrey, can you tell me how you are feeling? Godfrey, I'm still getting these headaches and they are getting worse and worse. Nurse, and where does it hurt? Godfrey, here at the front. Nurse, where exactly? Godfrey, on the right side, just above my eyes. Okay, this is the second conversation. The third one is between Alma and a nurse. Alma, Nurse Kindi? Nurse, yes. I'm in real pain. I'm sorry. Where do you feel the pain? The same place? Alma, yeah, the back of my hip, the left one, and then it shoots down my leg. It's really painful. Okay, so we have already listened to 3 conversations between James and a nurse, between Godfrey and a nurse, between Alma and a nurse. Let's try together to answer exercise number 4. Where do the patients feel pain? Put a cross on the pain map for each patient. Okay, so you are going to imagine that these are the maps of the patients, and you have to point to where the patients actually described the source of pain or the location of pain. But let's try to write it by words. It will be better. For James, can you remember for James where is the location of pain? Yes, that's right. It's between his chest and his stomach. Very good. Number 2, for Godfrey, can you remember where is the location of the pain? Yes, that's right. It's on the it's on the head. Okay. Number 3, for Alma, the location of pain is the back of her hips, and it shoots down through her legs. Okay. Let's move to exercise number 5. For exercise number 5, complete these expressions to give the exact location of the pain and the question that the nurse asks to get this information. Number 1, James eats space, the chest, and the space. Okay, if James is describing the location of where he feels painful, so he is going to say it's between, yeah, that's right, it's between the chest and the stomach. Yeah, that's right. Sorry for the handwriting. It's very difficult to write on the screen. Godfrey, it's on the, yes, that's right. It's on the front. It's on the front side, just, yes, that's right, above just above the eyes. Alma, it's at the, yes, it's at the back of the hip, and then shoots down. Very good. Her legs or the legs. Okay, number 4, nurse. You have to learn this question very well because this is the question which you use as a nurse in order to ask about pain. We say, where do you feel the pain? Where do you feel the pain? Where do you feel the pain? Okay, let's move to exercise number 6. It says, put these words in order to make sentences that patients can use to describe how their pain changes. Okay, let's check number 1. We have pain that much is now better. Okay, how can we order these words in order to give us a complete sentence or a meaningful sentence? Yes, that's right. We're going to say pain, yes, is very good. Much better now. Thank you so much. Okay, we can number 2, better I today feel. Okay, we can say, yes, that's right. I, yes, feel. طبعا subject بعديه verb على طول. better. وغالبا بخلي ظرف الزمان في آخر الجملة. Okay, يبقى I feel better today. Let's check number 3. Okay, than worse yesterday it's. Yes, يبقى the right order is it's worse than yesterday. Thank you so much. Let's check number 4. And number 4 said my leg worse in is the much pain. Okay, so we are going to say the, yes, pain. Thank you. Is, yes, much worse, yes, in my leg. Thank you so much. So this is the right ordering of the words in order to give us a complete sentence. Before moving on, please don't forget very important rule in English. Any sentence in English should consist of 2 main elements, which are the subject plus verb, and the subject must come at the beginning of the sentence number 1, and the verb should come at after the subject. It should come number 2. Okay, please put this page or this rule in front of your eyes all the time while you are trying to write a sentence in English. So let's move on. Okay, here is the part that you have to check in the audio script. Okay, these are the conversations between the nurse and James, between nurse and Godfrey, between Alma and nurse. Okay, so you already have listened to these conversations by me in the previous slide. So just go and to the audio script, and I want you to make another assignment from this part. I want you to record one of these conversations by your own voice. I want you to try to read it many times. Try to just make control on your intonation and your pronunciation. You can repeat it many times. You can check your pronunciation before starting and just search for a partner and try to practice these conversations with him or her and record just one conversation from this part by your own voice in a recorded message and send it on our WhatsApp group. I'm going to wait for the recorded conversations today, and I hope that you will do it, and best of luck in this assignment. Let's move on. Okay, the next exercise is going to be about language or about some grammatical English rules. So once you see the word language, you have to know that the next exercise is going to focus on grammar. So today's exercise is about the comparative and superlatives. Okay? And the comparatives and superlatives are the second and the third degrees of adjectives. We use comparative adjectives to compare two people or things. We use superlative adjectives to compare a person or a thing with a number of other people or things. Okay. I want you to read this schedule very well. It's very clear and it's very beneficial for you if you could not remember this grammatical rule because in this schedule it gives you some examples about the different kinds of adjectives. We have the one syllable and the two syllable adjectives. We have the long adjectives and we have irregular adjectives. Okay, so these are the main three kinds of adjectives in English. Examples on the first kind is strong. Example for the second type is severe and painful. For the third type is good and bad. Okay, and as you can see, all these adjectives can be used in order to express pain, okay, or to describe pain. Okay, for the comparative degree of these three types, for strong, it's going to be stronger. For severe and painful, it's going to be more severe or more painful. For good and bad, it's going to be better and worse. Okay, so every kind of adjectives has a different rule in order to put it on the comparative degree. Okay, for the superlative degree, strong is going to be strongest, the strongest. Okay, don't forget that. For severe and painful, it's going to be the most severe and the most painful. For good and bad, it's going to be the best or the worst. Okay, so some examples are here. My back ache is more painful today than yesterday. Can you see how painful is put on the comparative degree? More painful than. Okay, in the second example, we have I feel better now than I did this morning. So can you see better? Better also is in the comparative degree. Okay, for exercise number 7, use the adjectives in the table above to complete the patient's descriptions of their pain. Okay, so we are going to use this exercise in order to fill in the spaces in exercise number 7. Let's read together. Number 1, it always begins with a pain on the left side of my head, which gets stronger and what? We need another adjective in the comparative degree. What do you think is the right answer? Yes, that's right. The right answer is more severe. And then I start to feel nauseous. I have to take painkillers and lie down in a darkened room. I start to feel space after about, I started to feel, what do you think? I started to feel better after about an hour or so, and by the next day, I'm generally good. Thank you. For me, the worst case أسوأ درجة من درجات الألم ever lasted for 72 hours. On a scale of 0 to 10, it's a 10. Okay? So it's the strongest pain I know. Number 2, I get this pain all around my forehead and behind my cheekbones. The problem is bad, very good, when I have a cold. So it's worse in the winter than the summer. But the worst, thank you so much, was last year when I was pregnant. I find the best treatment in a nasal spray, but I also feel better if I use a warm face pack. Okay, thank you so much for your time and for your concentration. I think we have actually experienced some important expressions about pain. I hope that you have enjoyed our lecture for today. This is not all about Unit 1. This is only part 1 of Unit 1. So see you inshallah next time for part 2. Thank you so much. Wassalamu alaikum.